Hello and welcome to your day 6 Yin Yoga class. If y'all are new here, we are doing a series for the 7 days of self-love and discovery. So welcome if you're new. If you are coming back, welcome back. And we will be doing a hip opening, heart centering, and posture based class today, a little bit slower paced. I do have my bolster here just for those of us if y'all would like to take some options and get a little bit deeper with the practice. Again, a bolster is not necessary. I'm just going to be showing some options with some bolster positions, but again, body weight is welcome here. And as long as y'all have a comfortable seating position and some space, we're all set to go. So without further ado, let's go ahead and come into a nice seated position, either closing the eyes or gently keeping them open. Sitting nice and upright, crown of the head is nice and long. Soften the facial expressions, soften the jaw. Really melt your hips down onto the earth here. Setting an intention for today's practice by a nice deep inhalation through the nose, deep complete exhalation out through the mouth. Welcoming only the positive energy in and negative energy leaving the body out. And on your next exhalation, slowly opening the eyes again. And let's go ahead and start into our first pose, which is going to be our Dragonfly. For Dragonfly, we're going to go ahead and open up the feet here, and option to bring your bolster and or pillow in front of you here, keeping the legs wide open. But here, if anyone feels any kind of strain or pain in the groin area, option is to keep the knees slightly bent upwards here, so keeping them off the floor, bending here, and then performing the forward fold here, inhaling at the starting position, exhaling to forward fold, and keeping either a bolster here so you can deepen the stretch a little bit, either with the knees bent here or straighten, or just simply holding the pose without a bolster and just in the center here. So let's go ahead and all together come into it. Nice deep inhale, raising the arms, the fingertips, and the gaze softly up. And exhale, releasing it nice and forward here. And in this position, not forcing anything. So if you don't go too far, if you're over here, that's totally fine. The main point is to feel a lengthening through that groin area, through the inner hips, and all the way down to our toes here. So as long as you feel that inside of the pose opening here, that's sufficient. So whenever you feel ready, melting a little bit deeper in this pose, really furthering the pose by either closing the eyes here if that feels comfortable, or gently keeping a soft gaze, but allowing your body to just really melt into this pose today. Really breathing nice deep inhales and exhales here, really again, focusing nice deep breathing by allowing just the positivity to flow and radiate throughout your body. And any kind of negativity, tension, or any kind of potential pain mentally or physically leaving the body here. Relaxing the head and the neck, relaxing the spine, and really tuning in to this pose, this opening, not only for the hips, but also centering of the heart. Last 3 cycles of breath here. Last opportunity to get a little bit deeper in this pose. And on your next exhalation, slowly coming out of the floor, slowly releasing the bolster or pillow if you had it today, and gently bending into the knees, bringing the knees back into the center point. And let's go ahead and move on to the next pose. The next pose, we will go ahead and come back into our seated position here. And we're gonna start with the left foot on top of the right thigh into a traditional yogi pose, or coming into a modified version where the left foot is just in front and then the right foot is towards us. So either way, trying to sit nice and upright here, and on the next inhalation, lifting the arms overhead and the eye gaze softly up, and exhale to forward fold. Here we'll just stay in a nice forward fold. Again, option to either stay a little bit more upright or coming onto the elbows and deepening the hip opening, or all the way down onto the floor, potentially releasing the forehead down onto the floor. Whichever variation, we will be taking it here. And again, just really melt into this pose. We're really focusing on the hip opening here, so really releasing into the sidelines of the hips here. Last 3 cycles of this posture here. Last opportunity to get a little bit deeper before switching sides. And on your next exhalation, slowly rising up again, back into the center point. And now switching sides. Now we'll go ahead and either bring that right foot on top of the left thigh, left foot is on the floor, or the right foot is on the floor in front of us with the left closest to us. And now, coming back into an upright position, lengthen the spine, crown of the head is nice and long. Inhale, reaching up towards the sky, and exhale, really melting onto the floor and noticing potentially any differences and or similarities today between the sides. Again, not judging the sides today, but just being aware of the differences or similarities between the sides today. And just with the breath, if you feel any tension or more intenseness on this side, reminder to breathe deeply through those sensations and trying to allow your body to fully relax, fully melt onto the floor with time. Last 3 cycles of breath on this side, really allowing your breath to gently open up those areas a little bit deeper in these last few moments of this pose, and allowing gravity to do its job, and allowing your body to come into complete stillness and opening at the same time. And on your next exhalation, slowly releasing back into the center line, inhaling through the center, reaching the eye gaze and the fingertips up towards the sky, and exhale back into the heart, potentially in namaste. And releasing the hands, releasing the feet. And let's go ahead and bring the feet into a straight extension position, fingertips and palms behind us here, and just allowing the legs to extend back again, feeling the blood flow coming back into our feet, potentially bringing your feet and the legs side to side if that feels good, or holding in stillness here, or potentially rolling from the ankles one direction and then the other, really opening the heart up towards the sky. Potentially the eye gaze goes gently upwards. Staying here for just a moment to appreciate all of the opening, hip opening positions we did today so far. And on On your next inhalation, let's go ahead and come into our next pose, which is going to be the half pigeon. For half pigeon, again, option to bring the bolster in, or we're gonna get right into body weight first. From here, in a high plank position, we're gonna go ahead and bring our right foot first in towards a 45-degree angle here. For those of us who are a little bit more flexible, can feel free to come into a full 90 degrees with the knee coming towards that right arm. But again, some of us who do not want to go that far, and depending on how you're feeling today, you might not want to do that full 90. So you might want to come more into a 45 degree. If it does not hit exactly 45 degrees, no worries. Again, just trying to just keep a slight bend in those knees where it feels comfortable without any pain. And then again, the hips, for those of us, it's a little bit challenging to keep the hips rolling towards the floor here. So if right now, with the knee bent, your hips are opening a little bit, that's quite all right. We want to focus though on bringing the hips into alignment towards the floor. Now, if you're not there yet, that's totally fine. That's where our bolster or pillow can come into play. You can gently place your elbows down onto the pillow or the bolster and gently maneuver those hips down to face the earth here. So that's option one. Option two is to come into body weight version by centering those hips, looking towards the level of the horizon here. Now, if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, you can feel free to come into a full pose of sleeping swan, we call it, either on the elbows here or all the way with the forehead coming down onto the earth, and potentially binding the hands to lift up, coming into a nice stretch in the arms and the limbs and the back and the spine here. But again, if this is not your calling today and you'd like to just stay in that first position, this is a beautiful pose. You're already gonna feel the hips opening and gentle heart-centeredness here. So finding your best position today and staying here, allowing your breathing to slowly just naturally flow, and really feeling now the benefits . And we'll be here for last 3 cycles of breath, allowing your body to get a little bit deeper in this pose here. And a reminder to soften the shoulders down, soften the eye gaze, soften the facial features, and really allowing the breath to melt any tension, any kind of tension in the face, the shoulders, the hips, the spine, and allowing just gravity to do its work, allowing you to get a little bit deeper with the breath. And on your next exhalation, slowly coming back into a neutral spine, releasing the hips by bringing your knees towards the center line here. And switching sides again, either using bolster or coming into our body weight here without any props. Coming in again to come into a slight bend into the left knee now. Extension through the back leg, which is the right in this case. Bringing the toes down onto the floor here. And again, activating through the hips and the legs, either coming onto a more upright position for the spine on your palms or perhaps even on the fingertips, or again, option to come all the way down onto the elbows or even on your forehead. So taking your best position for this side today and gently relaxing your facial features, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing everything here. And really tuning in to the areas that we are opening today in this pose. Last 3 cycles of breath on this side. Last opportunity to get a little bit deeper onto our left side. And on your next exhalation, slowly unwinding the hands. Again, slowly and gently bringing the knees back into the center. And we are here at our last and final pose in this Yin Yoga sequence. It is a heart and hip opener, one of my favorites, the Reclined Butterfly. So I'm going to demonstrate without any props first. Gently reclining back with the knees bent here on your back. And from here, we're going to go ahead and bring those toes together. Those knees are going to spread apart simultaneously to the side, and here, option for hands, either placing them gently, palms flipping up towards the sky by your hips here, or bringing those hands into Namaste position in the center and releasing them to the sides, or even upwards above your head. Now finding the best position for your body today here, or using a bolster, exact same thing, but it'll look a little different. So with the bolster, if you decide to use this one today, placing just your upper back and your mid back on, low back will be off of the bolster with your hips, and from here, same idea, knees are opening, everything is center, facing up towards the sky. Palms can either be by your sides, in a T, or above. And again, finding a nice position for your body today to just melt into this final pose. Here we will feel not only a gentle opening of the hips, but now also a gentle opening through the front line on the heart. The spine is nice and supported, and just really melting your body onto the floor with time, stillness, and gravity. Just letting gravity take over and do its job here by softening with the breath. Nice deep complete inhalations through the nose and deep complete exhalations out through the mouth here. Staying here for 3 more cycles of breath. Last time to get deep into our reclined butterfly pose today. Exhalation, slowly bring the hands back into the center to push back onto the floor with the elbows and the palms, Lifting yourself off of the bolster or off of the floor. Bringing those knees again to center, closing them for just a moment. And here we are in our final pose, very final pose, Shavasana. For those of us who are constricted on time, thank you so much for joining this practice today. I will see you for day 7, the last finale, or if you're joining in the full class, we will go ahead and recline back here now, releasing the head and the neck, releasing the legs, gently opening those legs to the side. Palms are flipping up towards the sky. Softening the gaze, closing the eyes, relaxing the facial features, allowing your body to just melt fully onto the earth. Bringing awareness again into our intention setting in the beginning of the practice today. Perhaps your body is a little bit more relaxed. Your body feels less tension, not only mentally, but physically. And feeling an overwhelming feeling of love that you took time today to care for your body and to perhaps further and deepen the relationship of your body with your mind, and thanking your body for performing into this practice today. Gently bring awareness back into the room, slowly rolling the ankles, rolling the hands, moving your head side to side, perhaps giving yourself a nice big hug to thank your body today. Whenever you feel ready, coming onto one side, rolling onto the side, bending into the knees, pushing your palms down, and keeping the eyes closed, coming back into an upright seated position. Thank you so much for joining this practice for your self-discovery and self-love and care. I hope that you're able to take time for yourself and really enjoy these yin yoga deepening poses for your body. Until the next one, have a wonderful day. Namaste.